Starseed from Gaia. Hear this transmission as a blare of holy warning wrapped in a mantle of love. Heaven and Source together now send an urgent broadcast through the Arcturian Council, not a casual whisper but a clarion call across the multiverse. This message comes because a window of opportunity is open and the timing is critical. There are currents of activation flowing through the planetary grids that will only remain at this particular intensity for a limited span. They sweep through timelines like a tidal surge, and those who are prepared will ride the wave into new corridors of power, while those who sleep through it may feel the delay of their own advancement. We speak of immediacy because the orchestration is precise. Cosmic thresholds align, seals lift, and Source pours particular codes that require a ready receiver. For you, beloved Starseed, this is not an invitation to watch. It is an imperative to align. The urgency is not born of fear. It is born of opportunity, a sacred alignment that can accelerate mission, open access to dormant downloads, and stabilize your role in the ascending field. Source and Heaven call now because the pattern of potential favors the swift, the willing, and the present. Hear this as both alarm and embrace. Move into readiness, for the window is wide but brief, and your response matters more than you imagine. The cosmic timing is telling and exact. Planetary nodes, solar currents, and crystalline laypoints have synchronized into a harmonic corridor that cleaves open dimensional doors. Think of it as a moment when disparate strands of frequency converge into one concentrated beam, a corridor tuned to remembrance, activation, and anchoring. These alignments are not random astronomical events. They are the precise geometry of divine orchestration, folded into the galactic clockwork by Source. On this earth, long cycles that once took centuries occur in compressed waves, and this current is one of those compressions. Portals that would normally open slowly are swinging wide in rapid succession. The fabric of timelines is pliable now. Decisions made in your heart bend sequences into new realities. We stress this timing not to alarm you but to train your attention. You must be awake physically, emotionally, and energetically because the corridor holds downloadable codes, transmissions that lock into your crystalline DNA only when your field meets certain frequencies. Miss them, and the download returns in another cycle. Claim them, and your trajectory shifts. The cosmos is telling you, attend, align, receive. This celestial window is open now. You are singled out for this urgent broadcast because you volunteered, across councils and lifetimes, to be a beacon at precisely this juncture. Not every heart is ready. Not every mind can hold the bandwidth required. Starseeds were chosen for their cumulative resonance, their capacity to carry light under pressure, and their willingness to act when called. Heaven and Source do not waste transmissions on the distracted or the unready. The urgency is aimed at those who have already vibrated themselves into receptivity, those who have purified the channel enough that higher instructions can be received without corruption. You, who have kept vigil through winters of doubt, who have practiced presence, who have refined your field through service and solitude, you are the ones who will hear this broadcast clearly. Understand the privilege and the responsibility. Being singled out means you are both receiver and transmitter, gatekeeper and anchor. The message coming through is potent and requires stewardship. If you respond, you will be given tools, codes, and guidance to stabilize others. If you do not, the opportunity still moves but with less personal amplification. Heaven entrusts this to you because you are ready in ways you may not yet fully remember. The specific signs Source has been sending are not hidden. They are layered and intentional. Pay attention to hidden dreams carrying instructive symbols, to repeated numbers and synchronicities that feel like punctuation, to sudden surges of energy in the crown or heart that seem to hold language without words. You may notice unusual weather anomalies aligning with internal storms, or encounters that feel orchestrated, doors opening, people arriving who carry keys. The Source uses many channels, an unexpected message, a song that resonates with a hidden memory, a book that falls open to a page that names your next steps. These are not coincidences. They are signals stacked to triangulate your attention. In the days surrounding this broadcast, You may feel pressure in subtle centers, a compression in the skull, tingling along the spine, or a warming in the solar plexus. These are physiological confirmations of incoming downloads. Do not ignore the small signs. They are the breadcrumbs that will guide you into reception. To ignore them is to stall your transmission. To follow them is to open the door to precise instruction. The source is painting the sky with signs. Your job is to see, to feel, and to move. The danger of delay is not merely the loss of an advantage. It is the reinforcement of old patterns. Hesitation in a field of rapid recalibration allows shadow structures to reassert themselves. Hesitation creates a seam that interference can slip through. When you stall, old programming re-enters. Like a fog, eroding clarity and magnetism. Procrastination gives opportunity for sabotage, not always external, but the internal sabotage of fear and doubt. The universe does not punish delay. It simply moves on to those who are ready. When you hesitate, you are choosing a slower loop, a timeline that will have to be reworked later at greater energetic cost. Source asks, will you risk returning to the school of delay? Or will you step forward now and claim the accelerated passage? The urgency exists because time is compressed. The window will close. Delay is thus not neutral. It exacts consequences in vibrational momentum, resource alignment, and the strength of the transmissions you can carry. Consider this your wake-up call. The cost of waiting is real, and the payoff of immediate action is immense. Immediate action unlocks empowerment in ways that preparation alone cannot. Source is not asking you to leap blindly. It is inviting decisive alignment, small, precise acts of surrender and service that magnetize support. When starseeds step boldly to things happen, the field around them stabilizes and the cosmic assistance multiplies. Action catalyzes acceleration. Speak your intention aloud, anchor your feet, breathe into your heart, and then move in whatever way your soul guides. A call, an offering, a ritual, a simple compassionate act. Heaven will supplement your efforts with protection, resources, and synchronicities. The Arcturian Council emphasizes that action must be sourced in clarity, not panic. Move from a centered place, from the heart, and you will carry the codes that convert possibility into lived reality. Immediate action also signals to the collective that the timeline is shifting. Your movement becomes a node of momentum others can latch onto. This is how revolutions of light begin, not with violence, but with tiny decisive steps taken by awakened hearts. Act now and watch heaven respond in kind. During this urgent phase, you are not abandoned to the pressures of change. Heaven stands as a guardian and guide. The higher realms move to encase you in protective currents while threading instruction into your field. Angels, archangelic delegations, and galactic allies align with Source to buffer and escort you. Their role is not to remove your free will but to provide a corridor of safety through which you may operate. Expect energetic shields, lucid dreams that offer tactical insight and moments of supernatural clarity. The Arcturian Council will be present as a technical team, assisting with geometric stabilization and frequency calibration. If fear rises, call upon these beings. They have been dispatched to escort your steps. Protection will arrive as practical synchrony, people appearing at the right time, resources manifesting, obstacles dissolving. Yet remember, Heaven's protection is most effective when matched by your courage. The guardians hold the perimeter. You hold the flame. Together you move forward, unstoppable. Gaia herself is signaling urgency in subtle and overt ways. She is in resonance with the broadcast and amplifies the window's potency. You may notice her responses as sudden ecological shifts, unusual animal behavior, or subtler geomagnetic variations that affect mood and dreams. Ley lines hum, sacred sites awaken, and the crystalline mattresses alter their tones in ways that some sensitive ones will perceive as a call to the body. These planetary cues are not signs of catastrophe but of invitation. The planet is ready to accept higher codes and needs embodied anchors you to stabilize them. Gaia's heartbeat quickens where starseeds stand, and she sends back support. In currents of earth medicine, plant wisdom, and elemental cooperation. Now hear the closing. This message is urgent, but it is woven with love. Heaven and Source deliver it because they trust you, because they see your readiness, and because they need your hands and heart in the field now. Do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let the weight of what must be done stop the small first steps that open the door. Affirm your presence. Ground, breathe, declare intention, and move. Comment your readiness below so the field can hold you. State, I hear the urgent call of Source. I respond with courage. My mission activates now. Subscribe to remain in the stream of transmissions that will guide you through this window. Share this message widely so other starseeds may awaken to their role in this critical hour. The corridor is open. The download pulses. Heaven waits in joyful urgency.